Hello and welcome to my day 60 of the Exit the Game Advent Calendar. And I think it's going to be quite an interesting one today because I've already had a quick look at the story, nothing else, just the story. So let's get rid of the help book, which hopefully we won't need today, and take a look at the puzzle story for the 16th of December, 16th day of the Advent Calendar. So it says that you've made it across the lake you were trying to cross yesterday with the giant icicles. But when you arrive on the other side, what you thought was a door turns out to be fake. But in fact, there were lots of climbing holes of different colours, some of them quite a long way apart, going up the wall. And then there's a hatch in the ceiling which needs a 3-digit code to open. But some of the stretches seem to be quite large, but then the person whose house this is, who's built this fake wall, it says, must be quite large, looking at the size of the shoes that they've been wearing, based on things you found around there when exploring so far. Luckily, on the thick match, you find another clue. Now open door 16, which it says you will find a rope, a strange item behind it. So here we go. Here's the calendar. Let's find door 16 that we marked yesterday. Where is that? Oh, it's all the way down here. Let's bend the camera over here, by here. Oh, it looks like it's part open, but it's not. It's still sealed there. Right, let's have a look. There we go. Ooh. The rope, strange item, is rope. And there's some pictures in there with numbers on, so we'll have a look at that in a second. Oh, and look at this. The card shows... Oh, that's interesting. What's going on here exactly? It shows... appears to show rope tied between things. I'm guessing that probably the first row... There's no dash between rows. I'm guessing the first row of digits gives us one number. The second row of digits gives us a second number. And the third row of digits gives us a third number. Because at the end of the day, we need a 3-digit number to put into our decoding table to work out where our door for the next day, for day 17, is going to be. Alright, so I think the next thing to do is definitely to have a good look inside the door here. Right, okay, so I've been struggling to light this in a way that doesn't create a lot of reflection on these small numbers. So I'm holding the torch up. But as you can see, there's a 1, 5 and a 9 on the wall at the back and those climbing holes. On the far right wall, there's a 3 at the back, a 4, an 8 and a 7, and again different climbing patterns and different coloured holes. On the opposite wall there's a 6, a 0 and a 2, again with different patterns. Is that a 2? Yeah. And then on the top of the room, there appears to be just the trap door, and on the bottom of the room a blue mat, what looks like a stack of rope. Right, okay, so quite hard to see into that room on the camera because it's right at the far corner of the calendar, and I've got a physical bar holding up the desk camera, so it's quite hard to get under it. But there's two things I noticed. First, I made a copy of the numbers that are inside the room on the sides, and there is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got all 10 digits that are on the decoder, which is 0 to 9, as you can see in each row. There are also coloured climbing holes on the wall. There are so many of those, I think they're probably not part of the puzzle. Now, my feeling is that we've got a physical string, so the game does want us to connect things together. That must be true, otherwise why give us this physical piece of string? It's also quite long, so it's certainly not, and it would be impossible to do it anyway, but it's certainly not for connecting things inside the room. So my guess is that what we're actually doing is connecting Advent Calendar doors. Now, we've gone as far as 16. This is to day 16, and this is the highest number on here. So I think that probably we are just putting a string between doors on the Advent Calendar and then using the information in this room to extract, this is my theory, the number we need. And in fact, I don't think it's based on the position of everything in the room. I'm going to guess that we create one of these patterns with the string and then we identify the number based on this. So I've managed to raise my box up enough that we can see it all. So let's have a look at the first one. 11 to 12. Oops. 11 to 12. To 2, that's very sharp, isn't it? To 3, to 16. So we've got that pattern. You can see that with a string. Dun, 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 dun. Right, let's have a look in the door and see which one that is. A sharp tooth up. I'll put this on the screen so you can see as well. A sharp tooth up at the start. And then a little bump afterwards. Is it 2? I feel that is definitely 2, although it doesn't actually, it goes vertically up at the start, but it has to be 2 because I can't see how it matches any of the other symbols. Right, let's do the next one. 11 to 12 to 1 to 4 to 6 to 15. Oh, so that's the second one there. So it finishes at the top. So we've got a big tooth, another tooth, and then a side of a tooth. Again, I'll put it on the screen and we can see which one it is. I don't feel that it's 7 or 3. It could be 9. Is it 9? I've definitely got 3 peaks. Is 9 the only one with 3 peaks? Maybe it is meant to be 7. So it's 9 or 7. And then the last one, 11 to 8 to 1 to 4 to 16. Okay, can you even see that? It goes up like that, down here, up and down. So 6, that would be a little tooth and another big tooth. That's got to be a 6, hasn't it? It's the only one that fits that pattern. Over 8 fits it a little bit too, but not as well, I think, as 6 fits it. Well, I mean, I would say neither was an exact match. Alright, so I've got a few things to try based on my abilities, or lack thereof, of matching the pictures. Maybe it'll be obvious when you're looking at it on the screen, but for me, looking through that little door, it's not very clear because it's so small and it's such an angle. But let's try the first one I got, which was 296, and then I will try a different one. I'll try 276. So 296, it can't be because it would go off the edge of the calendar. So 276 must be this one, mustn't it? No, that's still going to go off the calendar. So it wasn't this issue. This was not the issue. This one clearly is the issue. It's sending it off the calendar. So that's obviously not a 6 at the end. It must have been the 8. Okay, fine. So in which case I will try 298 because I did think it was the 9 for the second one. And we've got up, left, upright. And do we have Y, square, L? Okay, fine. Right, okay. So my ability to identify the string was the problem there. But this is door 17 and we are ready for tomorrow. Great. Well, I hope you enjoyed solving that. That was actually quite an interesting one. I mean, not that the rest weren't interesting too, but I haven't done anything quite like that before. So yeah, that was fun. I hope you'll join me tomorrow. If you click here, you can subscribe, and which makes it easier to find my future videos. And also by here is a playlist of all of my solves for both this and the other 2 puzzle-based advent calendars I'm solving at the moment. So yeah, do take a look if you'd like. And otherwise, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and bye.